Greetings viewers and subscribers. So in our journey today, we are still in the parish of Manchester. We are heading to Kingston. If you know the areas, drop your comment in the comment section as to the areas we are passing through. Sit back, relax, and drive with me. Now today, we are going to be uploading 3 videos. Yes, 3 videos. In this video, we are going to give you some updates. You remember yesterday we carried a story where a man, he's called Butty. He was taken out at New Ramble in the parish of St. James. We had promised that we were going to update that story. We have gotten the updates. We have gotten the confirmations. Stick around for that. It's coming up at the end of this video. Very interesting. In the second video for today, we'll be carrying the stories of crimes or major crimes that took place in Western Jamaica between Friday, the 23rd of July, and yesterday, Saturday, the 24th of July. Stand by for that, because 4 persons were shot in Montego Bay. You're gonna want to hear about that one. And in the final story, coming up later on, we are going back to the Negril Craft Market. But this time around, we'll not be carrying any stories because we don't want to overshadow the craft market vendors. We're also gonna be carrying an interview of the person who is in charge of the craft market. Stick around for that one also. But in this video, like we told you, we have some updates. Now, before we go into the updates, we got this WhatsApp message from a subscriber, and it read, "Yes, my friend Popeye, this is your friend from Negril. About a month ago, a man ran into the back of my car. The car is on your screen, and begged me so hard not to go to the police, he would fix it. But because he looked like a decent person, I said, okay. Didn't know that this man was a clean clothes. We're not gonna be accusing anybody without any evidence." His name is, and we deleted his name also, but his name starts with DEV. The person gave me his full name, and his phone number is 876. We have also deleted the rest of the phone number because we don't want nobody to be calling and harassing anybody at our expense. We don't play that. The person who text went on to say, "I have called this," that was an adjective. We deleted it a number of times, and he would never answer his phone. We want to expose. There was also another adjective which we deleted. "Who is on our roads, damaging other property, and ran off. It cost me over $60,000 to fix back my car, and he is somewhere hiding. Please put the picture out so that someone can see it and remind him what he has done to a poor man's car. Thanks, my friend." Now, Mr. Sir, the license number for your vehicle is on the screen. If what this man is saying is true, you need to give the man a call, because he's saying you promised to fix his car and you begged him not to go to the station. Now, my viewers, my subscribers, I have got many messages on a daily basis. Persons wanted me to say something about somebody who might have wronged them and other stuffs. I put out this one for a reason. If you are on the road as a motorist and somebody hit into your car, if the person is wrong in your view, and the person is also admitting that they are wrong, and the person is promising to fix your car, listen to me now. Go to the police station. Make a report. When you make the report, you and the person inform the police that the gentleman or the lady is saying that they will fix your vehicle. If it is possible, get a JP or some other witness to write a brief statement stating that the accident occurred on whichever date, and the other party is agreeing to fix your vehicle. Get the other party to sign the document. Going to the police station doesn't automatically mean that the person will be charged for anything unless the vehicle is not right, where the police can charge them for like unlicensed motor vehicle, no insurance coverage, etc. When you go to the police station, you give the police your report. If it was a case of careless or dangerous driving, the police cannot charge the other person unless you give the police a statement. So, going to the station, like I tell you, it is not automatic that the other person will be charged. Go to the station, ensure that it is recorded, and you are given your receipt. You can also inform your insurance company about it and tell your insurance that the other man is saying he's gonna fix it. Because if you don't do all of this and the person decides not to give you anything, you're gonna have to find them and sue them. Protect yourself. Don't take anybody's word for anything. Worst, if it's somebody who you don't know. Don't take the pretty dress up and the pretty face and the pretty smile. That cannot go to the bank. Because if this is true, this man is now out of $60,000, which according to him, the accident was not his fault. Take my advice. Do the right thing. Now, in the next story, we had carried two stories in this matter. It's where a young man named Fitzroy Boothe, he was taken out at Caledonia in the Whitton police area in the parish of Westmoreland. Now, we carried the story when he was first taken out, and we carried a follow-up story when a man was arrested and charged. This man, his name is Dwayne Raffington. He was taken to the court earlier this week, and we are gonna read this article so that you can understand where the case is at now and what his lawyer is claiming. You're also gonna hear what at least one of the police officers involved in the case is saying. The Jamaica Observer, it started out by saying, "This is a classic case of mistaken identity." Attorney at law Michael Erskine told investigators at the Westmoreland Parish Court his client, Dwayne Raffington from Highgate in Darliston, had been hauled before the court on July 20, 2021. The 38-year-old mechanic has been charged with a number of offenses, but his attorney insists he is being mistaken for someone else. The Observer went on to say, among the charges Raffington is facing is the murder of 28-year-old Fitzroy Boothe of Bluefields and the abduction and holding and takeaway of Boothe's female companion. The Whitton police report that Boothe was at home in Caledonia in the parish of Westmoreland with a female companion on June 30 when they heard sounds outside at minutes after 2 a.m. Boothe got a machete and went to check the source of the sounds when he was shot. It is alleged that Raffington then abducted and hold on and take away what him want from the female who was present. When the police arrived at Boothe's home, he was found with gunshot wounds to his upper body. Raffington was found hours later at his house, where he was positively identified by the female victim and arrested, the police said. He was charged on July 5 with murder, holding and takeaway, plus other offenses. At his client's committal hearing on Tuesday, Erskine claimed that established protocols were not followed during the investigation that led to his client's arrest. The attorney accused investigators of failing to hold identification parade and argued that his client was not given an opportunity to answer the allegations made against him at the time of his arrest. That is what his lawyer is saying. Now here is what a police officer connected to the case is saying. The officer, who asked not to be identified by name, explained that having an eyewitness made it unnecessary to have an ID parade or a question and answer session. The officer went on to say, there is no need for an ID parade because the victim had already identified Raffington. When we first questioned the victim, she described the clothes he was wearing, and we found the same clothing at his house when we picked him up. Plus, we have lot of other evidence, the lawman added. Raffington had been remanded in custody ahead of an antecedent report for his second committal hearing. The report will provide the judge with information on prior criminal convictions, if there are any, before the matter is tried in the circuit court. I wonder if you understand what this police is saying. The police is saying, plus we have a lot of other evidence. I am suspecting that at least one of the evidence that the police has is DNA evidence. We reported at the time also that BLOOD was found on Raffington's clothes. I am sure DNA evidence will prove whether or not that was found on his clothes belongs to the young man who it is alleged that he has taken out. We are going to keep updating you on this story because it is very, very interesting. The young man who was taken out is a well-loved youth. We also have other information about the guy who was arrested. But guess what? Wait a bit. Everything will be coming up. We don't want to tarnish or prejudice the case that is now before the court. But there's a whole heap of information that we are going to bring to you regarding this man. Stand by for it. Now, must I remind you, if you have been watching the video so far and you have not yet smashed the thumbs up button, smash it now. If you are here, you are watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit on the notification bell, then click all so that you will be notified as soon as we upload a new video. And like we said, if you are not getting the notifications and you are a subscriber, simply unsubscribe, then subscribe again. And I am sure you'll start getting the notifications again. So, in the final story, if you go back to yesterday's video, we brought you a story about a man who was taken out. We decided to do some checks on this man. But before we bring the checks to you and what we are finding out, we want you to listen to the story that we brought to you yesterday. Here goes. This one, it took place at New Ramble in the Bogill area, Montego Bay, in the parish of St. James. Our information is that residents of the area, they were walking when they stumbled upon a body. The body is of a man named Derron Bowen. He's popularly known as Butty. He's 29 years old, and our information is that he's not from New Ramble, but he normally goes there to visit some people. When the residents stumbled upon the body, it is said that he was found with red substance oozing from his body. You know what I mean when I say red substance? Yes, this is YouTube, we have to be careful. As a result, the police were called in. On the arrival of the police, this man, he was found with what appears to be gunshot wounds to his head and his upper body. He was found dressed in dark clothing. Our information is that a Toyota Vaxi was also found near to where this man was found. Now, this Toyota Vaxi, the back glass, the back right door, and the trunk, they were all damaged by what appeared to be gunshot. This man, Butty, he was transported to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced DEAD. Now, when this crime scene was processed, our information is that 15 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. So it is that whoever wanted Butty, they ensured that he was properly taken care of. We are going to be updating this story maybe tomorrow because we are getting some additional information. And we are doing the checks and balances before we put out that information. Stick around for that one. Now, here is what we are hearing about this man. We are going to go back to 2016. If you look on your screen, this article was in the Jamaica Observer on Saturday, the 2nd of July, 2016. The title, Lotto Scam at the Heart of Mobe Triple Murder. The article went on to say, BLOOD curdling screams echoed throughout this community Friday night as gunmen ran amok and sprayed bullets, taking out 3 people, including a schoolboy, and shot and injured 9 others who were all gathered in the entertainment hub in their community. The deceased have been identified as 28-year-old Troy Scoville, 27-year-old Nicholas Campbell, and 16-year-old St. James High student Adrian Thelwell. Police reports are that about 10 p.m. people were enjoying themselves at a cluster of small shops when armed men jumped from a motor car and peppered them with bullets before speeding away. After the shooting died down, 12 persons were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were all taken to a medical facility where 3 of them were pronounced DEAD and the other 9 admitted. Now, our information is that one of the other 9 that were admitted is the man we are featuring now, Derron Bowen, otherwise called Butty. Yes, Butty. He was shot and injured in that incident. Fast forward to now. The information we are getting is this. Butty, he has been involved in a life of crime. Butty was said to be a thief. He was also said to be in possession of a 9mm pistol. It is said that Butty, if you see a house being built, and you know people building them house and have construction materials thrown down, Butty go around and thief construction materials. Thief your steel, thief your building blocks. If you have cement locked up anywhere on the construction site, Butty broke in there and thief the cement. Some men, some gangsters from New Ramble, they decided that they're going to take out everybody who are thieves in the area. Butty was targeted because he's a well-known thief, and some of these hoodlums, they are involved in the lottery scamming. They are building their houses, and Butty would have gone to their construction site and steal some of their construction materials. So on Thursday, the 22nd of July 2021, sometime after 10 p.m., we are told that Butty, he was confronted by about 4 men. The men opened fire at Butty. Our information is that Butty, he also managed to squeeze off at least 2. We are not sure if any of the persons who squeezed off the 2 hands were hit. But at the end of it, Butty, he was taken out. The hoodlums also take away the pistol. So Butty, he is no more. Can't go around and thief nobody construction material again. He was shot in 2016. He was lucky to be alive, and he chose not to turn his life around and do something meaningful. His lifestyle caught up with him. Some people will be saying, "I saw it must go. Criminal take out criminal." The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.